UFC 231. We continue with the big fights.
Fight after fight. Jeez, man.
Two great fights on this card. 2 title fights. You have the featherweight championship match between the current champion Max Holloway versus Brian T. City Ortega. Shout out Southern California with him. And then you have the women's flyweight vacant title. Valentina Shevchenko making her return to flyweight fighting versus Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Couple good names there. Joanna Jędrzejczyk, as you know, was the longtime flyweight? She was a long-time title holder.
Until she got her ass kicked by
Rose Namajunas. Not once, but
twice.
There you go.
Jeez.
So Valentina Shevchenko is also a fighter that has lost twice to Amanda Nunes.
And they made a second title just for her?
No. This has been a title. This has been a title that these two fighters were rumored at facing. The champion got I think steroids or something like that, so she got the title stripped of her. So this title, it's not a brand new title. But it's a title that no one's held for a while. So
it's vacant.
The flyweight title, it's vacant. It's not created. It's vacant. But nonetheless, these two women are fantastic fighters. Valentina Shevchenko. Let's go over this fight first, the women's fight, because it's not the main event; it's the co-main event. But Valentina Shevchenko, her only 2 losses in the UFC to Amanda Nunes by split decision. Both fights controversial in their decisions too. A lot of people thought that they just gave Nunes the title, but she's the bigger name. And Shevchenko also, I believe, no, that's the wrong thing. Never mind. But she has won her last fight, which was in February, so a long time ago. But she earned. But that was her first return to flyweight, which is the title she's going for, and it was the performance of the night. So coming in hot on that one, and then looking at Jędrzejczyk real quick. We obviously know she lost consecutively to Rose Namajunas. She came back. It's looking like 3 months later after losing to Namajunas in Brooklyn on that crazy card where Khabib and the Conor McGregor bust, and Namajunas was hit by glass and still was able to win the fight.
Yeah.
Jędrzejczyk came back and defeated Tesha Torres by decision in her last fight as well. So, we're looking. I believe this is going to be her debut in flyweight too. So she's never done this. So Shevchenko, kind of the more veteran in flyweight in that case. And also, just to give more information, Shevchenko also in amateur boxing and Muay Thai fights has beat Joanna Jędrzejczyk 3 times. And Jędrzejczyk has never beat her once. But that's a different sport, so it's not the same thing. I'm sure Conor McGregor could beat Floyd Mayweather 3 times in an MMA fight, but Floyd Mayweather is going to beat Conor McGregor. So it's not comparable necessarily, but as far as the person, you're looking at their mental state, and Shevchenko probably has the up in that one. But so, what are your guys' thoughts on this fight after just hearing some of that?
Joanna or the main event, or which one?
No. Let's go. We're just gonna talk about the women first.
Women first. Man, this is gonna be a tough one. Valentina and Joanna. If anything, I think Joanna's gonna come hard on this one against Valentina. I know she's a strong fighter, and I know she tried to do her best up against Rose, but Rose, completely beat her twice. So hopefully that will fuel some, maybe some steam into her for Joanna for this fight up against Valentina. Valentina, this is also going to be another one that I feel like I need to watch out for. If anything, I'm going to have to go with Joanna on this one to win.
Interesting. Okay, Jim.
Both really good fighters. Great history. Good-looking women. I think
dangerous too.
Don't
confuse their looks.
Ain't nothing more dangerous than a good-looking woman who could kill you. Literally could kill you. And both of these women, if you get on their bad sides, they can kill you. I'm torn on this one. Let me ask you a question, Nick.
Yes.
Is Joanna?
She's actually, excuse me, before I want to give you, you said Joanna, so I'm not really going to ask you this. Joanna is returned. She has fought flyweight before, so I was wrong about that. Yeah, I did a little more research. Yeah, she has fought flyweight.
So is this person, her opponent at UFC 233 or 231, excuse me, that she's facing? Does she have history in the fight? You said something about a fight where she lost. Does she have history? She's that same type of boxer? She's saying that same type of fighter?
No, they used to do Muay Thai kickboxing versus each other, and this is back in 06, 05 when these women were very, very young.
But does she use Muay Thai in her UFC type of fighting?
Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
All right. I might have to go with the other chick on this one.
Shevchenko?
Yeah,
I know the names are hard.
Yeah,
The
I'm not
there.
saying the names.
I think one is Polish,
Say
right?
Valentina and Joanna. That's
Valentina. I might
Yeah.
have to go with Valentina because I think there's something about having a mental edge and a mental advantage when you've beaten someone before, even if it was 10 plus years ago. She beat her. You know, and that's something to be said. She can use some of those techniques that she used even in that fight, in that environment, on Saturday night. So I'm going to go with Valentina, man. I think Valentina's got some, and she looks ripped. She looks buff.
Yeah.
Like she's
She
much
might
bigger.
she might throw a couple sneaky ones
She's
on
going to throw some
Joanna.
sneaky ones. And I
Maybe.
think all she's got to do is get her in one of those submissions, man. And it's done for her.
Just maybe, I don't know. I mean,
Lights out.
this is going to be a tough
It's
tough
gonna
one.
be. It's a very tough fight thing. So you say Joanna.
I'm going
By the
with
way, her
Joanna.
name is Joanna Violence. That's her. That's her nickname.
I love it.
I know. And you're going with Joanna. You're
Yeah.
going with Valentina. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go draw. I think they tie. I don't
Another
see,
draw? What the
I
hell,
don't
man?
see.
I'm sick and tired of
I
these
don't
draws,
see.
bro.
I don't see a winner in this.
You
I
have
don't know
draws
who
in
to
the
pick.
boxing ring. You got draws in the
They're
restaurants.
these two fighters are too damn good, and they're very similar. If I had to pick gun to my head, I'm going Valentina because what you said. It was 10 years ago or whatever, but it's still, Valentina has beat her 3 times in some sporting event. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm gonna go draw. So one of us' decision will be correct in this. And we'll
Worst case
see
scenario,
next
unanimous
podcast.
decision. Unanimous decision.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they go the distance, absolutely,
Yeah.
and it's for a title, so it's 5 rounds. I think this is gonna be a fantastic fight. If you're not thinking about watching this pay-per-view, this is the co-main event. This ain't the main event. This could be main event worthy already. But so let's move to the main event. Brian T. City Ortega versus the current champion Max Blessed Holloway. Holloway coming from Hawaii. He is defended. What did I
Hope he
write?
enjoyed himself.
Yeah, what did I write that?
Too relaxed, bro.
Yeah, Max Holloway is 22-3, back-to-back wins versus Jose Aldo to capture this title. He won the title originally from Anthony Pettis, and he has 12 consecutive wins on his record
Talked
too.
a lot about Max Holloway this year, bro.
Yeah, no, we have.
He's been all over
he's
our
been
podcast, man.
at it this year.
The fight is happening in Toronto. Max Holloway won the title in Toronto a couple of years back. So, and one of the reasons Holloway hasn't fought since he won that title is because of injuries. So just explaining, he's not taking the time off. He's not doing the Brock Lesnar thing. He's just been injured a little bit. And he wins most of his fights by TKO or submission. And then looking at T City, he's a jiu-jitsu guy. Holloway is also a jiu-jitsu guy. Brian T City Ortega is 14-0, and he's a chokeout artist. Most of his fights are won by decision or rear naked chokes and stuff like that. So. Look, and he's never won the title before. So he has wins over, I believe, Frankie Edgar. Not as famous as the guys Holloway's fought. But that's one of the reasons he's the contender coming up. He's trying to earn that respect. If he can beat a guy like Holloway, I think he's absolutely the champion. I'll give my prediction first on this one. I think Brian T. City Ortega, the pride of Southern California, wins this fight by submission. I'm going to go submission in the 4th round.
Ooh,
How many rounds is it going to be, Nick?
5 rounds.
Five
5
rounds.
rounds for the
Okay.
title. For the featherweight title.
Dang. Well, first of all, Max Holloway looked way too relaxed in that press conference.
12 straight wins. Why wouldn't you be relaxed?
But-
He hasn't lost
You gotta
in
be
years.
confident.
But you're going up against a guy who's a choke artist, who's 14-0, undefeated, who's definitely coming for your title. I
Yeah,
just think
absolutely.
I've got to see a little bit more aggression from Max Holloway. I think he's resting a little bit too much on his laurels. Maybe knows he's already going to get the big payday. I think Brian Ortega is that hungry young lion, just like I see with Khabib. I think he's coming out there and he's choking him in the 2nd round.
Ooh, okay, 2nd round.
I
All
think
right.
You're saying
Second
Ortega,
round.
2nd round?
Yes,
Yeah.
Ortega.
Wow. Okay, so basically we're Ortega fans because I'm going to go with Ortega.
We'll make our money on the women's
Yes.
match. Yeah.
If anything, I think he's going to try to make this fight, come to a close quick and make it in the 2nd round, choke him out in the 2nd round.
Oh my goodness.
If anything,
So you go
because-
knockout, 2nd round?
I'm going.
He
yeah.
knocked out Frankie Edgar, his last
Wait a
opponent,
minute,
in the first
knockout
round.
or submission?
Knockout.
I'm going
knockout.
submission.
You're going submission.
I'm going submission
Okay,
in
so
the 2nd
you-
round.
so you guys are saying the same
Yeah,
thing.
submission. All 3 of us are going submission.
Exactly. he finished Frankie Edgar, just to give this guy more credit. He finished Frankie Edgar in the first round. That was the first person ever to finish Frankie Edgar. Frankie Edgar.
He's also another guy
had never been finished in the in MMA before, not even UFC. So, and he won fight night. This fight was also supposed to happen UFC 226 in July. I believe that was the card where Brock Lesnar came out.
Yeah, that was Stipe versus Miocic.
Oh man, that card was unbelievable.
That was one hell of a
So that match was supposed to happen then. And due to Holloway having concussion-like symptoms, like I said, he's had a lot of injuries. So Ortega's been just waiting and waiting